Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here. Same discussions on Strike 7 Sports. In today's video, I just want to talk about the recent signing that the New Orleans Saints has made today, as of the day of me making this video, and that's the signing of free agent wide receiver James Washington, who previously played with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and last year was with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, last year with the Cowboys, he battled some injuries and pretty much didn't see a lot of action until late in the year. Dallas thought he could have been a guy that could have came in and contribute, be that second wide receiver to a guy like a CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup, the guy that was projected to be that number two guy that had paid to a signed to a new contract, was still recovering from I think suffered a torn ACL injury the previous year. He thought Washington could be a guy that could step in, but he had dealing with injuries as some injuries as well. So Saints bring him in, and according to the reports, is that he's healthy. He's 100% now, and he will be competing. He signed a 1 year deal, but I'm pretty sure he's there to compete for a roster spot as well, to push one of those other guys into getting that third spot on the team. Because right now he's going into a pretty crowded wide receiver room for the New Orleans Saints. You got Michael Thomas, of course, Brian Edwards, Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave. You know what I'm saying? Traquan Smith. That's like five guys I just named. And also don't forget about A.T. Perry. That's six. So we add James Washington to the fold. That's seven wide receivers, man. That's the wide receiver. That's crowded. That's a really crowded wide receiver room, and and I like it. It's kind of the opposite of what Sean Payton would do when he was saying things such as, "I like the guys in our room," and everybody know good and well that those guys could not separate. As great as Sean Payton is as a play caller, those wide receivers, I think that was the worst wide receiver coach Sean Payton ever had. He just didn't have that knack for finding those guys like he used to. Usually he has done in the past. But shouts out to Dennis Allen for making this move, and Mickey Loomis. Like I keep saying in the past, in previous videos, get Derek Carr as much weapons as you can to make this offense more potent than ever, to bring this offense back to what it used to be under Sean Payton and Drew Brees. Uh, One thing that that's gone missing with this Saints offense ever since it revolved, ever since it started revolving around Michael Thomas in the passing game. It doesn't have that third option, that reliable second option like you had with Drew Brees on the center. When Drew Brees had a guy like he had Marcus Colston as one, but you had guys like Lance Moore who always made big plays when you needed him to, on a second and 10, or, a third and 15. You know what I'm saying? Second and 8, third and 8. Throw it down the field to Lance Moore, make plays, man. Um, Hopefully, man, one of these guys can emerge into that. And I think James Washington is a guy that's capable of doing that. I'm just intrigued by the signing. He has proven when you had Washington, what I base on what I see from Washington in his career is that you have, solid quarterback play. He could be a really good receiver. He's shown that, you know, if he's healthy and you have a really good quarterback, he can be a really good wide receiver. He could be a reliable second option for you or third option for you. You know, he could be that guy that can catch, 50, 45, 50 passes, 600, 500, 600 yards, 7 TDs. Like I'm saying, man, look, if you can get a wide receiver that can do that outside of Olave and Michael Thomas, this team is going to the playoffs because you have three legitimate trustworthy options in the passing game. If you can do that, and maybe this is what pushes guys like Traquan Smith off the roster. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to be competing with A.T. Perry. I think A.T. Perry is going to make this team. And who's going to get pushed off the roster because of that? We'll find out during training camp. But I think A.T. Perry is going to make this team. He has to really, you know, underperform during training camp and during the preseason not to. Because you get that type of hype as a 6th-round pick, that says something. But James Washington's gonna get either take the third role or, possibly, be a special teamer. Who knows? But this is a guy that could push a Brian Edwards, that could push a Traquan Smith. You know what I'm saying? Down off the depth chart. You know what I'm saying? So I like the signing. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull up his stats, his career stats as during his time in the NFL. He's a former 2nd-round pick in the 2018 out of Oklahoma State. Still just 27 years old. So Pittsburgh, he spent 2 seasons, 4 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers. His career high was 735 yards, 3 touchdowns, 16.7 average. He had 80 targets, 44 receptions, 735 yards on 80 targets. The longest was a 79-yard touchdown score. 79-yard touchdown score. Only fumbled once. So he holds on to the football. That's good. But other than that, man, outside of that, he's at 300 yards, 392 yards, 285. Didn't really see no action with the Cowboys last year. But if he can get back to this 2019 Steelers form where he can catch, like I said, 45, 50 passes, 500 to 700 yards receiving, 7 TDs, 7 TDs, be that Lance Moore type, that Willie Moore type receiver, the Saints are going to be cooking with something. This is going to be a really good signing. We'll point back to this, to the day we signed it, the Saints signed this guy and say, hey, look, this is what, put the Saints offense, give the Saints offense that boost that it needed, you know. And another thing about this signing is that the Saints were thinking what I was thinking. You know, they needed another veteran, a veteran wide receiver that they believe that they can trust in the passing game. I think this could be the guy. I'm not trying to overhype anything, but this is a really good signing to me. And I forgot that he was available on the market. Because you're really looking at it. You're really looking at veteran options to add at the wide receiver position. Pretty much taken right now. Baltimore signed Odell Beckham Jr. The Cardinals they came out and say that they're keeping DeAndre Hopkins, and other free agent wide receivers signed with teams. So yeah, he could have bring back Jarvis Landry, but um, this guy James Washington may be the upgrade right there. So we'll see how it play out, man. But good pickup for the Saints, man. Good pickup for the Saints. I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to be incorporated into this offense. If given opportunity to, I think he has a significant chance he's going to push somebody down the depth chart or possibly off the depth chart in the foreseeable future. So looking forward to seeing how this is going to play out. But um, so far it's been a good offseason for this team. Draft, free agent wise, um, so far no serious incidents, off the field. I know they still got the have Alvin Kamara situation to be yet to be resolved. Marcus may issue as well, but other than that, man, it's been quiet so far. It's been all about the stuff on the field, as far as building up the roster for 2023. So we'll see how it play out. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel about the Saints signing James Washington, and how do you think he'll fit into this offense if he makes the team eventually. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out. Check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content in the New Orleans Saints organization. Have a blessed night. Peace. I'm out. Who that?